Hello, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday with V and K. Before we hop into this video, please make sure you guys are subscribing down below. We're almost to 600 subscribers. We're trying to reach that 1,000 mark. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell to be notified every single time we upload a new video so you don't miss it.
That's right. Let's do it.
And in the comments down below, comment the hashtag everyday with VK and we'll shout you out in our next video. Speaking of, I want to shout out from our previous video, I already checked, Diane Wilson. She hit us up in our last video, hashtagging everyday with VK. And I want to say hello. You are a true subscriber. You haven't been subscribed to us for that long, but we've been talking in the email and also we've been talking in the comments and in our lives. I appreciate you. Your house is beautiful, by the way.
It's really a gift from God.
Absolutely. So we appreciate you and keep it up. Now,
let's do this. Let's get into this.
Yeah.
Well, the topic of today.
What's the topic?
A trending topic. T.I. And basically having his daughter's hymen, how you pronounce it?
The hymen checked.
The hymen, having
to make
her
sure
hymen
she's
checked
still a virgin.
yearly to make sure she's a virgin. And basically want to get your output and your input on this.
Well, I kind of want to get
you
yours.
feel?
Was you thinking about it? There's a couple of things.
I'm be honest with you. That is extremely weird. That's really weird because
you basically trick her into having her doctor tell information.
One, she has to.
Well, consent, because
you need her consent first of all, and you're lying to her to get her consent, to get her hymen checked for whatever insecurities you have. Now, T.I.
But let's take it on a level. Before we start criticizing, there is one thing that I feel like we have to be honest about. Even if it's right or wrong, because our first initial thoughts are when it comes to our daughters and our sons, there is a double standard.
That's true.
So, and for everybody, even with us, when we're first talking about things, it's all laughs and giggles, right? But you really have to sit down and be like, are these our morals and our values and our standards that we are setting for our kids?
Across the board.
But you can't. But see, here's the thing. Now, what I say is, it shouldn't be whether if it's a boy or a girl. It should be, well, one, you can't control everything as a parent, and that's the hardest thing to learn. That your kids, like somebody else, are not your property. But it's very, very difficult to not think that way after you've had these kids. You take care of them, and you want to be.
I can understand if Tiny felt that way and was like, let's go to the GY.
I mean, no, but fathers have the right to be all up in their kids' business too. That's the stigma. Fathers think that, oh, that's the mother's job. So I don't necessarily think that. I just think I don't think he really, in the heat of the conversation, yeah, but I don't think he's as aggressive
as they making it seem.
I
agree with that too.
Because there's been times when we're talking about something and you're like, "Oh no, it's dead for Bree." Like, nah.
Well, you just asked me a question the other day, whether when Bree or Noah is of age, is it okay for them to have a boyfriend or girlfriend?
Because Noah had said something and we were laughing about it about a girl in his class,
right?
And I said, well, would you feel that way if it was Bree? And you were so dead set against it. And I was just like, well, what's the difference?
Well, I brought up the thing that the age difference about them actually knowing what's what. Noah, he's still pretty much a toddler, kind of. And Bree, she knows, like, for example, kissing on the lips. You kiss her on the lips as, like, a kiss on the cheek. But at her age, she know what a kiss on the lips means.
I don't think she does.
I think she sees.
I think that she just knows that she don't want you kissing her, like touching her lips, and that's just because we instill in her like you protect your mouth area. Right. I don't think that has any. I think that's why you think she knows, but I don't think she necessarily knows that you kiss somebody in a romantic way on the lips. She doesn't understand that.
I get you.
So that's, but back to T.I.,
yeah.
I feel like at first people need to come off their high horse because, especially the men who have daughters, of course it sounds wrong and they're not going to do that. But to me, you don't trust your daughter enough just to ask her. And then the other flip side is, what if her hymen is broken? What if she was running, like, if you play sports, if you were swimming, like, so anything can happen.
And then what if it is broken? What's gonna happen next?
Right.
Like, what are you gonna do?
To me, I feel like you could just have conversations. I feel like you could just have conversations.
Send it to a boarding school. Like, you could, like you said, you can talk. Mm-hmm. And you say this all the time. Not saying that this relates to us. The more you try to force something upon your child,
especially girls,
they're
gonna please you in your presence.
Right.
But that's what kids in general, like how I always used to say, when we're around parents and their kids are A1, like they're so perfect. Yeah. But as soon as that parent walks away, I say it all the time, because those are the same parents who brag about their kids. No, your kids are supposed to act a fool in front of you. Because you're mommy and daddy.
Right.
You're gonna they know that they're gonna protect you.
When you're not around, when you're not there to be that they're supposed to act like angels.
Yep.
It's supposed to be respectful. Thank you. Yes. Please.
Yep.
May I? That's what they're supposed to do. And we gotta pat ourselves in the back for that, because Bree and Noah both do that. Mm-hmm. And Noah learned that through Bree.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. He's very well spoken. I know a lot of people, when they first see Noah, he's very standoffish at first, but when he feels comfortable around you, which is rightfully so, he's still little. Like, all he knows is being around me and Khalif. But when he's good, he's good. Like, his teachers love him. He's one of the top, like, he's their top student in their class.
He is.
But but the part that bothers me is when they look at him and they say, "Oh man," like, you know how they do, but.
We're not gonna go there with that.
Exactly, that's a whole other conversation for
T.I. video.
Right, and T.I. and
But I feel he doesn't mean any harm by what he's doing, but I think it's getting a little blown out of proportion. He honestly doesn't need to clarify himself, because that's something he's doing with him and his child. But he's gonna get a lot of backlash off of this.
Well, I hope what more people take away from this is what they do with their kids. And not so much projecting what he does with his kids, because, like with some of these outlets, they're so quick to bash the person that you don't even give them a chance to say.
Sorry, my fault. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna say to say what they really mean, because sometimes things do come off a bit. Sometimes things do come off a certain way on camera and in the heat of the moment and in the discussion. So.
I'm going to say it like how Denzel said it in the interview. People are so quick to just getting news out, whether it's the truth or not. Mm-hmm. Just the idea of getting news out and being the first to do it is good enough for them. And they're not
and then they're so concerned about what T.I. is doing, they're not even concerned about the girl Deja. Because y'all are sitting here talking about this. You think she really want all this out there like that? I mean, she is a celebrity, but you could tell she was brought into this life. And y'all are not even having the respect to get all the facts before you throw the information out there. And everybody just wants to hop on this viral bandwagon.
Even watching her on the show, she seemed like a pretty, respectable girl.
All the girls do.
Yeah, they all seem pretty,
The boys are a little,
right.
They the ones that look like they need to get checked.
As far as that double standard, though, the double standard, I think that is something that has been put on society as a whole. Mm-hmm. That everything is okay for men to do, and it's okay for men to not show their emotions. But
to get away with cheating,
to get away with cheating. But it's gonna be a long process in fixing this stigma. It's gonna be a huge process, and it's not just talking black, white, Spanish. This is something that's going on
all across all boards.
Right.
It's just man and woman at this point.
So we would love to get you guys' input on it.
Absolutely. Let me know what
Let
y'all
us
think.
know in the comments how you feel.
But please don't attack people. Like, if you don't agree with T.I., that's fine. But we're
Just
not here to attack
right. Just say
all
you don't
of
agree.
him.
Just say you don't agree.
And why.
And
whatever. And thank you. Because I don't want it to be a negative thing, because there's so much that everybody can learn from everyone.
Everybody's human.
And everybody's not a perfect parent. Okay? Just because you're a parent, that does not make you perfect. Okay?
That's right.
And there might be things that we don't know. Okay? But other than that,
we love y'all.
And peace out.
Peace.